Hello and welcome. Today we are carrying on with the Ninjago build. We've had a little bit of a move around, so I've made a little bit more space, and hopefully if I do this, yes, there we go. We've got a little bit of light as well. So there is a poll running as per normal. If you are watching this on replay, then obviously take part. What theme are you looking forward to most in 2026? Now that is an open question to anybody that's watching this on the replay, but if you are obviously taking part in the poll today, you've got 4 choices as normal: Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, Power Rangers, or the CMF minifigures. So I'm going to leave that with you. I'm going to carry on with this. This thing is getting bigger and bigger. So we stopped on step 750, page 215, and booklet number 2 on Tuesday. And then we are about to start booklet number 3 once I get to the end of this little bit. So we're nearly there, basically. So we can tuck into booklet number 3. And I'd like to think by the weekend, we'll have this finished. And then, of course, it's going to be thinking about what I'm going to be building next for a live stream or what I'm going to be repairing. So we had just started to put the pins in on this one, and we had started to build all of this up. So as long as I can figure out exactly where we're at, we should be, he says, okay, because I was getting too cold and too tired at the end of the last stream to actually figure anything out. But feel free to take part in the poll. It'd be interesting to see who wants what with regards to what. And I've got a funny feeling the CMFs might win this, you know. See, it's going to be CMFs or Pokemon. It's going to be one or the other, isn't it, with regards to that? And of course, as always, we have got the Lego website up and running. So if you are building anything in the background, please do let me know. And we will be taking a look at some of the have obviously appeared on the Lego website because, well, if you didn't realize, the gift for purchase is now available, which is the sort of fish tank filter and fish food. And then you have also got some more of the Lego sets that have come out under this theme. So there are 4 of them, I think. And again, good mix of prices. You got them from $12.99, $24, $54 if you want a nice big sort of tulip bouquet. And then you have got some lilies as well in its own plant pot. So yeah, there's four different ones there, which we will be taking a look at as well. So if you are looking forward to that or you're excited about that, then obviously let me know. Right, so plan of attack is as follows. We are just going to tuck into this, figure out exactly what is going to be going on with regards to what I need to move and chop around with this, because of course, well, it's going to be a bit of a swine, I think, sooner rather than later. And this is actually really, really confusing me, which is not difficult. But where's this supposed to go? Does that spin round? Does it go in there? Goes in there like that. I see. So yeah, I've got to do a bridge, which is obviously the bit that goes into the middle. And then I think we're just going to tuck in and we're good to go. So votes are coming in already. Where are we? It's going to be a close one. But we'll wait for all the notifications to go out, because obviously it's going to be jumping in and out with regards to everybody that's coming in, because it is an awkward time to go live in the UK. And yeah, we'll just see what happens on here, and I can just get into the rhythm of building this back up, and hopefully I didn't knock anything off when I've been moving bits and pieces around. Then we should be all right and good to go. But that can change in a heartbeat with just how destructive I am with stuff. So there we go. So yeah, I was thinking of going on a little bit later, sort of like maybe 6 till 7:30, but I thought it's going to be bad weather tonight. I didn't know how well it was going to hold up with regards to the old internet and things like that. So I thought, right, we'll do what we can now. And if it does kick off early, then obviously it kicks off early, doesn't it? So it is what it is. Ooh, it is what it is with that. But bridge, that is, so I've got to make 2 of those. So that's the first point, the first part of that. First part of the bridge with that. Looks smart enough. I've got the other wrap over to go. That'll go straight into the middle, and then we'll go from there. 100% at the moment on the CMF minifigures. Anybody The votes start slowly coming in. I can see people jumping in and back out again. Yeah. So I thought the CMFs might do it. We've got a couple of votes in for the CMFs already. Everybody that's liked the video already, thank you very much. Is indeed that helps massively with the algorithm and all that kind of thing. But I think out of Pokemon, Lord of the Rings, and Power Rangers, with how good the last lot of CMFs were, I think people really are looking forward. Well, I say how good they were. The Spider-Verse minifigures were. Yeah, that was the last lot, wasn't it? Just how good they're going to be for next year. And of course, we already know what January is going to be about. And I think they're going to sell out straight away. I don't think you're going to be able to get hold of them at all for the CMF minifigures in January. I think they're going to be very, very difficult to get hold of. So fingers crossed you can. But I would be amazed. Right, we've got to go back to there, and I have a funny feeling at the very, very start of this video, I knocked a pin off. I did. I thought I heard something, and it was that. Lucky, 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 lucky. Oh, 2 more votes have just come in. What are they for? So we've got Lord of the Rings, Power Rangers, and CMFs. So obviously the Power Rangers is under the Lego Icons. Lord of the Rings is under its own thing. Pokemon is due out in February. And obviously the CMF range, don't forget, it's throughout the whole year. So you've got 4 attempts of those. 4 attempts of them. I always sat on the fence with the Lego Ideas stuff, as we know how quickly things can change. Now, I know they can't really get that Transformer set, that Power Rangers set wrong. And at the moment, it does look great. So as long as they don't change it too much, because obviously that is the problem. And I think it's quite a big problem with regards to what you vote for to what you get on that. Sometimes I understand that they've got to sort of make it a little bit more user friendly, but the Bricklink kind of has become the new thing. There we go. Jay's using me as a toilet break. I saw the Power Rangers go up, and I thought that is Jay. I did think that would be you. You are using me as a toilet break. That is absolutely fine. So we had you. You've set this trend off, Jay, where either just literally now people are using me for a loo break. Hopefully you've had a good day at work today. Yeah, that's it. I thought that was yeah. I saw that. I thought, well, Jay's got to be lurking in the background. Is he sat on the toilet? And clearly he is. Now we've got another votes coming in. CMFs have gone back up. So I generally think it's going to be CMFs all day long. So CMF minifigures, let's be honest, they look fantastic for January. They're going to sell out. You are not going to be able to get hold of them in store on day one, let alone with all the stuff that's going to be coming with the modular, the giveaway, all that kind of stuff. Be interesting to see what happens with the Lord of the Rings. But we will see. Matthew, not a problem. I won't be in the stream for too long. I'm going to pick up one of the Lego sets I still need. Let me know what set you're going to get, and I'll get it up on the Lego website and we can see. Be careful with what you say, Jay. They will hold their value and they will be very, very expensive. So if you want them as a future investment and just keep them in the box, you'd be quite surprised. You'd be quite surprised. And then all of a sudden you think of setting up a farm or a pet thing or whatever else, and it'll snowball for you. To Sondrex, good evening to you. Built this a few months back during recovery from run up. Hopefully everything is good now. Was my favorite building experience of the city sets, but it's my least favorite one complete. Sorry, from that range. Yeah. So I'm looking at this at the moment, and obviously the Ninjago builds are great because if you don't know, city, docks, got the gardens and the workshop. This I think is going to be better than the workshop, but I would put it 4th on the list, I would think, visually, because I think the workshop looks a little bit more naked than this with minifigures. If you took all the minifigures off this, completely agree with you in that. But the docks and the movie 2 are just top tier. And then the gardens as well is very, very, very good. But the one thing is, I've said this quite a few times now, there's not... You can see how they've merged bits and pieces in from the actual Rising Dragon series, but at the same time, it's not that much in there compared to the workshop. So Jay says, noted, as he sat on the loo again. They will happily sell at a toy fair, but the problem is then, by that point, you probably want them. So that is going to be a problem for you. But no, obviously we've heard rumors of the CMS. We haven't seen the official images yet, but I don't think the official images are out on those yet. The prints of them are going to be fantastic, and when they release one sort of animal character in a wave, it normally is that character that goes for quite a lot of money. So this wave will just go rapidly quick. It'll go much quicker than the Marvel stuff. It'll be much quicker than the Spider-Verse. That Spider-Verse was specifically to obviously Marvel fans and people that like minifigures, but this people go nuts for, Jay. People will go look nuts and nuts and nuts. Oh, so Matthew's going to go off and pick up the Goonies set and the donut shop. Fantastic. So what are you going? Are you going into your local Lego store for that one? Or are you going into... Oh, it's got to be a local Lego store, isn't it? Because the Goonies isn't at any of the toy shops. So just be if you are going to the Lego store, just be wary because double points might be coming back soon. But I don't know if it's going to be on the Goonies. So you might as well just get it now so you've got it for Christmas and everything else. Sundrak says, I don't own the workshop as of yet, as I don't have the space. Still got to find space for the old town in January. It's supposed to be a large footprint. Is it? I was too sure. I wasn't too sure if they're going to... Because we had the corner. We're not due a base plate. Well, we've only ever had 2 base plates and a half. So we've had the museum and obviously the assembly square, but the assembly square was around forever. Is it an anniversary of something for this one? Are we at 15 or I'm trying to think what the reasoning behind it being a larger footprint would be. But I've heard nothing. Oh, the old town. Sorry, it's not the modular, is it? It's the Ninjago set. Yes, I've heard. Sorry, I'm miles away. Yeah, so the old town sounds amazing. So it's 5,000 pieces. It's not a city set, and it's rumored. Oh yeah, that's it. So it is the 50. Sorry. I was miles off with regards to talking about stuff in January. So it's 5,000 pieces, and it's not a city set. I've seen rumors saying Colosseum-ish size. If it's the size that I've built the Colosseum, if it's going to be that footprint, that would be incredible. I would get, honestly, I'll get that day one. I've got space to put it in right in the corner. That is just happy days for me. And I would do that as long as it's not a mortgage. But obviously this is 6,000 plus pieces. But honestly, if you've got the others, I don't really think the workshop does it justice. So you might as well skip the workshop and put your money into this for space. And then maybe if the workshop goes into a sale, maybe pick that one up. Matthew says, I found some more information about the Lego City sets for next year. New garbage truck, a snow plow, and a new taxi. Yeah, you were going to let us know, Matthew, weren't you, with regards to the city bits and pieces. And of course, you've got all your points and things that you can use as well. I have the Colosseum. So Sondrak says, I have the Colosseum, biggest Lego regret day one. I'm picking up all the Ninjago legacy sets. Nice. 3-hour round trip to the Lego store. Fair enough. That's a rough ride. But are you going to go into the Lego store and just get all the legacy sets as they come out, or are you going to go in January and pick up the first one? Obviously, you can order them, I would imagine. But if you want it day one in hand, especially the old town, then yeah, you're gonna have to go in and pick that up. But no, I've heard some interesting things about that. Trucker Bricks is a big Ninjago fan as well, so I'll let him know if he knows about those sorts of rumors as well. I think the only person that doesn't really give too much of a care about Ninjago is actually Jay. He's collect all the other little bits and pieces. And Jay's Toy Collection UK says Spider-Verse was hard enough to get. Well, good luck with these, because unless you get the box, I think you're going to be in serious trouble. I have not got a single Spider-Verse minifigure. I am ashamed of myself. But at the same time, I was rather busy when it came out. So yeah, it is what it is. But those minifigures do look fantastic. And I think, yeah, those votes are still chopping and changing up at the top. So 2020-60 at the moment for that. Matthew says, number of the pictures for the city, I'm just guessing they're going to be at the end of November or maybe the 1st December. Fair enough. No, that's fair enough. So obviously, is Goonies going to be one of your first non-city sets? You said you collect all the city stuff. But the Goonies looks great with all the minifigures. Going to January 1st early. Apologies to fellow train passengers for the gigantic bag I'm going to have. Yeah, well, they have got like a extra large bag now for the Death Star box. So you might just get, if you're going to pack that full of stuff, then yeah, you're just going to get your elbows out on the train and just fight everybody off. But no, I'm looking forward to the 15th anniversary. Hang on, sorry, I've just reread what you've said. So the Old Town Ninja. So the Ninjago 15th anniversary is due out in January. Well, hold the phone. That's where I got it mixed up from. So you're going. No wonder you're going down on J1 for a gigantic bag. I need to wake up a little bit. So are they going to release all of the? They are going to release the 15th year anniversary wave for the whole month of January. I thought they were going to release it. I guess that would make sense, because we'll get a January wave of 15th anniversary, and then we'll get Rising Dragons later on in the year. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that makes perfect sense then with yours, yeah. So January 1st, 4 Weapons Blacksmith, Old Town and Display the second. And the second wave is summer 2026. So it's just those two, Old Town and the Display. So yeah, we were looking at. Let's flop this up. So because we were looking at this before, because obviously we know it's the Elemental of Earth coming out in the new one. This one just here. So there's been nothing for that at all. Now, good grief, learn to share the screen. If this is going to be what they're doing with the old, I could not care about anything else whatsoever. Jay's read my mind already. Look at him. He's like, Jay's just gone road trip. There's a very, very good potential then, sir. So Jay says January 1st was nuts last year, but it sounds it's busier this year. There is absolutely no way Stranger Things is coming out on January the 1st. It can't be. I think Stranger Things is going to be like the 4th or 5th. And if Stranger Things comes out in the 4th or 5th, it's a giveaway purchase with that as well. So there's going to be a giveaway with a modular. There's more than likely, I would think, if they're going for a huge Ninjago set, that might be the giveaway for January. It might be a Ninjago January then, because obviously we're going to get this new modular, but this is the 4 Weapons Blacksmith, which is the first of, I'm assuming now it's going to be 5 sets, because from what I've read, you get 1 minifigure with this, the Elemental of Earth, but then also there's 3 exclusive characters for what's supposed to be the Old Town. And Sondrick says the 15th anniversary is defo 2 waves. We know it's 5 of 7 collectible figures. There we go. January 1st in the Blacksmith, 3 in the Old Town, and 1 with the display. I don't know anything about the display stand at all. And the other 2 we know nothing about. So it's 5 sets with 7 collectible figures. Yeah, so all of the extra figures are coming with the other one. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm going to keep my eye on the Strange Things, though, as the Upside Down is one. Yeah, the Upside Down house, it does look good. It does look good, but I think people are going to be in trouble if they want to get a couple of things day one, because if this rumor is true, the Old Town being what it's being, that will be my first build of 2026 without a shadow of a doubt. That is what is going to happen. There is absolutely no way that won't be my first build of 2026. But the problem is, how much do you think it's going to be? That's the thing, because it's not going to be as expensive as this, I wouldn't think, because they've got the possibility to just literally open it up with 6 base plates, just open the middle up and then have the buildings around it. So because this is coming in at a great price point. So Matthew says, and for next year, I'll probably buy a couple of City and new back-to-back, and the new Back to the Future car, and then the new wave. Yeah, so with that new wave, Matthew, it seems to be that the Speed Champions cars, and we called it early on the stream a couple of streams back, that the Speed Champions cars all seem to be movie this year, because you've got Back to the Future, you've got Cars, you've got the might as well just get it up. I'll just get it up. Let's have a look. I think there's 4, 5. Let's flop this open. I've got very excited all of a sudden for January. I was like, no, nothing. I'm just going to sit back, just relax, not worry about it too much. I'm going to just laugh at Jay with all of his panicking of all the bits and pieces he's going to do. And now Jay's like, this set is speculated to be based on the location from Ninjago Sons of Gamadon season or series. Yeah, so the Sons of Gamadon, yeah, it's outside of Ninjago City is where they go, and it's kind of like the equivalent of being in the countryside type thing. So they are going to be picking extremely specific sets over that talk. So the new ones for Matthew are Lightning McQueen, Back to the Future, and the race car from the F1 movie, the movie. So you've got those 3 for that wave, and obviously you've got another hero car from another movie at the moment. So these top 4 are all to do with films. If you are collecting the Fast and Furious cars, don't forget all Speed Champions cars literally triple in value. So if you want Dom's Charger, you're paying £50-60 now. The 2 Fast 2 Furious car, which is what, £16, I think, in Smith's. This time next year, that'll be another £40-50 vehicle. It's madness. These go up just as much as the helmets do for Star Wars, but obviously they're just at a cheaper price point. So, right, let's get into the Ninjago talk, because I can see Jay giving me some information. So, Jay's Toy Collection UK says it is confirmed to include 4,851 pieces, 3 anniversary minifigures. So you get a young Wu, young Garmadon, and the first Spinjitzu Master. That is honestly really important series. That is a really important series. So it goes back in time, and they basically learn all the bits and pieces. You learn why Garmadon was so angry because he gets ill because of taking basically like a bite for a young Garmadon when he's a kid. And Garmadon in the film has 4 arms, and he's a very comedic character in that, but he's extremely serious in the TV show. He comes across as a proper villain to start with, because he's really angry with like this sort of snake poisony venom stuff that he's got inside him. And then all of a sudden, it's a really good arc. That, so yeah, if you've not seen it, Sondrax, it's definitely worth watching, because literally there's probably like a good bit. It's a good bit. So we got 2 different price points coming in at the moment. So Jay has said, it's Jay's giving the pieces, but the Old Town is $103. So you've both got the brick count the same. Hope price to pounds isn't bad, because we often get screwed a little. Jay can work that out straight away with regards to what he thinks it should be and the price to part. But yeah, Sons of Garmadon, I would actually like to see. Yeah, what a set that would be. Because if they're just going to do a big set and it needs like a big space for a city, and they could just let it breathe, where my Death Star box is right now is exactly where that set could go. That is just pure chance and fluke that I actually might be able to get a set straight in there without having to move a thing. But I might rewatch that Sons of Garmadon. I might put it on over this weekend and just catch back up with it. If that is the price, and it's going to be the same footprint as the Colosseum, that's just incredible. It might put a lot of people off because it's got that footprint. The Colosseum obviously is a sort of a weirdy shape. And obviously, it's quite tall at the back, so it feels like it's absolutely massive. I knew I was going to do that. There it is. No, it's not. Right, bit's just fallen there. We found it. Right, so that might actually answer the question then. Ooh, excited. Yeah, I think so. I think what they do is they had their own state tax and all the other taxes on, and then tax on tax on tax. So Good evening to you. Can I translate that? I don't think I can. Can I translate it? Hang on. Yes, I can. Hey, hello. Good luck building the set. Thank you very much indeed. Now, I don't know. There we go. Yes, that's right. I translated it. So, yeah, good evening to you. It's going well. Having a good discussion at the moment. I've not done anything because I'm more excited and intrigued about this information I didn't realise. I've had a quick look at the stuff that they've added today. I've gone, nah, not for me. So Jay's saying 280 would be my guess if the dollar is accurate. That's correct conversion plus the 20% VAT. That would be I'm assuming that is going back to a Ninjago value set. And if this is the way forward from the Lego group in January, moving across the year, because we know that the Marvel stuff is really, really good with regards to it being 10p, 9p, and whatever else it is. If we've got the actual price back for Ninjago, because that's another thing that was wrong with the workshop price to part ratio was much higher, a lot less minifigures. So I'm hoping we get tons of minifigures with this. And I wouldn't mind if it is spacious and it's just a big set because it look great. Just a rumor on size though, sadly nothing confirmed. Wish it was a Jamakai village based on there's loads of different bits and pieces that you can do. That's the beauty with the Ninjago, because obviously we talk about it and Ninjago City is where they are, but it is literally they go from island to island to island to island, and that's why the new series is so good, because it's basically like a mashup of multiverses, isn't it? So it's just Mortal Kombat mixed with Marvel in a cartoon form. Jay would buy every single set, and he likes dragons, so there's probably a reason why he's not watching that. But I think we could all recommend, Jay, just watch the first episode of Rising Dragons on ITV, 20 minutes of your time. And I bet you'll be messaging me going, I have to buy this, and this. Very, very, very well done. I can't remember you've seen it already. I can't remember if I made you watch it or you said you were going to watch it, or I don't know. I don't know. But no, that's exciting. 6p. See that? Oh. Could you imagine? What a way to start the evening. What a way to start the evening. I don't know if I can I do? No, I can't. I don't know if I can type it. Hang on, just typing something back. Got the keyboard so far away from it, I've got to stand up. That's as much as I can do. There we go. That's as much as I can do. Yeah, John. So that's it. John says, unfortunately, I'm not into the majority of themes Lego's concentrating yet at the start. That's it. But don't forget, you're getting everything else as well, aren't we? So all the city stuff's going to be coming out. You've got the Harry Potter stuff. You've got the Ninjago stuff. Pokemon's in February. You've got the new modular. You've got the Stranger Things. You've got Technic. All the F1 stuff, the Speed Champion stuff. CMF Wave minifigures are coming out. There'll be 300 sets in January. But what we are saying is that if this new Ninjago set is going to be 6p a piece and it's going to be coming in at just under 5,000 bricks, we all might be quite lucky for this year coming, because it looks like they are going to be dropping the prices down. Which, let's be honest, we've all wanted it, so that's not a bad thing at all. But if it is 6p, that would be amazing. But who knows? But I had no idea that that was coming out in January. So that's made me rather excited now for a new set at the start of the year. And that is probably what is going to be my first set of 2026. So we will see what it looks like. And I'll be doing live streams about it all around. So yeah, the blacksmith is around 13 pence. Yeah. Well, Jay's very, very quick with it. So so the UK price, I don't think it's as expensive than that. I think Jay worked it out to be a little bit cheaper. I've got a funny feeling like something like the Enterprise is, Jay said, is 10.5 pence a brick as well. And like the Death Star was down to 10p a brick. We don't get the 80/80 was up at like 14, 15 pence. So they have sort of started to bring that back down again. And as we were saying, with regards to making the sets more child friendly at last, amazing minifigures at a good price point for children. So if they can now bring that into the adult phasing of stuff as well, we will see. We will see what they're going to do. But yeah, just under 5,000. Just a bit of research. So what's the last few of these larger sets that they've come out? So the last few of the, let's have a look, see. So the City Workshops, if you look at that, it's 3,244 pieces at 220. But this one is 6,163 at 320. And you get a lot more minifigures with this one than you do with the other one. So hopefully they've corrected the wrong on the workshop, and they're now going to give us this amazing 15th anniversary set at a fantastic price point. So new blacksmith is 7. I thought it was cheaper than that. So the new blacksmith is 7.5 pence a brick. Yeah, because Jay did that for us last time. So yeah, that's again, they're coming back at the old Ninjago piece count, because the workshop was much higher than that. So the market is fantastic value, and then obviously you just get all the minifigures. Basically, you work it out that way. But this is much better value for pieces and brick count and figure count compared to the workshop. So there is some good stuff coming. Yeah, so Jay has to let us know. Jay's really good at the maths. I can't figure it out. So Jay will have to. He's my mathematician, so I will literally ask him and go, "How does it work?" So price divided by bit count, yeah, basically. So he's very quick at it. He is very quick. So John says basically the modular and Harry Potter stuff is all I care about. So you might have an expensive. Well, I know you're not going to get much next year, but you've got some expensive stuff going for the Hogwarts, haven't you? Next year coming. So the modular, I might wait until it gets retired, and the Harry Potter stuff is not anything special. No, that's it. It's not at the moment. Oh yeah, because it had that big sort of big Ed thing in the car, didn't it? I did find that a little bit. Did find that one a little bit strange. I can just imagine Jay sat down going, "It's maths." So Somrax went, I went the other way. Yeah, design things don't do maths. So 90. Yeah, there we go. So 90 over 1,200 equals 0.75, so 7.5 brick. There we go, Jay. Thank you very much indeed. I'm still never going to remember that. So Jay can just work it out for us. But if that is true, if that is what's going to be happening, that is going to be very interesting, because I think the Stranger Things will not come out in the first. I think it's going to be a couple of days after. Jay's a genius, basically. That's it. That's all it is. He's just a mathematical genius. And we got more coming in on the poll. So Pokemon, 11%, 22, 22, 44. So it's just a random thing. I'll change the question tomorrow, but we'll see how it comes in. For my sins. For my sins. Yeah, well. That's what you get for being an absolute genius. That spends far too much money on a side hobby, may I add. So Jay, are you gonna have to go all in on the modular if it has a giveaway purchase? And this is open question to everybody else. If the modular this year actually has a giveaway that's important, are you going to do it day one, or are you going to do what John's going to do and wait until it's on the retiring list, which probably will then be in a sale somewhere else at that point, depending on obviously who gets it. So obviously, depending on if the giveaway is important, like this whole discussion with the Starship Enterprise, if it's a repeat scenario of that, is anybody in trouble for a couple of sets? Are they going to do us dirty with these giveaways this year coming, or are they just going to be nice and kind and be like, yeah, actually, they're not important. We're just going to give you generic giveaways. Just buy it when you can afford it. I've done a thing. I'll put a piece in. Yeah, that's it. Basic maths. I can't do basic maths. That's it. Basic 101. But then obviously you got, I mean, obviously we never do it, but going by this set, you start adding up the value of the minifigures that are in here as well compared to the workshop ones. This is much, much better value than the workshop. So obviously if you are waiting between this and the set that's supposedly now coming out in January, you're best off just getting the set in January than just seeing if you can get the workshop in a deal. So yeah, that's it. Well, to be honest, I can't do either. I can't do complex or I can't do basic. So I basically try not to dribble on a daily basis is what I try and do. I just try and survive and hope for the best. That is basically how my day normally goes. And then yeah, pretty much after that, just end up crying myself to sleep or anything along those lines. All right, second one of those. So if they've done the 4 weapons already for Ninjago, that's got to have to be coming out soon. So they'll be carrying on with the Ninjago theme, and then I'm assuming that as it gets closer into December, or are they going? What they're going to do? Literally day after Black Friday or on Black Friday, are we going to get a big announcement for a set that's coming out next year? Well, I mean, you know, we make these mistakes, Jay. We do make these mistakes. I don't know much about life, let's be honest. So it is what it is. So yeah. But again, with regards to Jay, he is very, very good at making other people have bad financial decisions as well. So, you know, he enables people very, very quickly, and that is absolutely beautiful. So can't go wrong with that. A couple of spare pieces in. We have got some lengths to be added. And we are going to add these bits on. So Sundrax says, well, those at the fan day, I want to know what that's all about. So because they did that fan day ages ago, because the people that were talking about the Enterprise and all these other little bits and pieces, it seems to be that they released so much stuff months ago, because I saw all of those people, not personally, but I saw them post stuff like around Billund. I was like, well, I know where you're going. And this was months ago. That literally used to be my second home. So they weren't being sly about it. Then all of a sudden, a few months later, it's away. So Matthew's skills are in practical department, not schooling. Exactly. There we go. Yeah, that's it. Fan day was in September. It was indeed. They got a couple of the Americans down to do that as well. So they had a big turnout for that. So, well, those at the fan day have seen the set, so I'd assume the reveal sooner rather than later to prevent leaks, because the 4 weapons got leaked and revealed. Yeah. See, the one thing that I did see from the fan media day is somebody did post a photo, but it was all of the minifigures, but in the like just completely clear. So they didn't even give it away to them of what minifigures are going to be coming. So they kept that one close to the chest. So they wouldn't have seen, well, unless they've just done that as a tease. I don't know if that one would have been at the, because sure, it must have been, because you're gonna see the figures that are there, surely. But yeah, you're right. I would think straight after the Enterprise, because we've just had. Again, I'll just recap first. So everybody's in the background. Hello to you. If you could like the video as well, guys, I massively appreciate it, because it helps with the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. Even if you don't like it, just like it because it helps. And also take part in the poll and all that kind of nonsense. But yeah, so with regard to the stuff on the Lego website, they have added some new stuff. So of course, I know everybody is thrilled. I mean, like thrilled for this. And for your troubles getting it today, because I've heard so much about the release date of this, you get one of these. So I am assuming that now this is out until the 19th. They're probably not going to show off anything amazing because this has already been squished enough, because the fact is in between the Goonies and it's in between the Starship Enterprise. So they've done it on purpose. It's nice that they've tried to do something different, but it's just far too expensive. The 3-in-1 was the perfect size, I think. And that now, as we know, is a huge amount of money. But over on to here, they have just added in another wave of stuff. So as I showed it off at the start, all of the Bionicle stuff is out now. So there's 4 sets, including this at the bottom. So I'm quite surprised if we've had the Marvel stuff, like 4 or 5 sets. We've had these at 4 or 5 sets, but yeah, just the one Ninjago set. So are they spreading the big ones out? Are they, and we're going to have to get it. We're going to have to get it soon. Then I'm, as you can tell, quite excited about that. Quite excited. Yeah. So as Jay, I was going to go. I was going to skip past, get past the point. But that fish is literally being churned up by a blade, and it is dead. So we will take a quick look, just to try and help promote the set. Bit my lip. That's why I keep grabbing the bottom of my mouth. That really hurts. So what is going to be a very interesting giveaway is this, because the reason why I find it quite interesting is there is a dead fish in this. It is on until the 19th. But where is it supposed to go? Are you having to take the tiles off? Because the filter should be up at the top, just here. And it basically sucks and blows. That's how these filters work. And it's a tropical fish tank as well. So technically, you actually need all the piping and the plumbing work underneath the actual fish tank for it to go through. So for marina tanks, it needs all the salt content, everything correct, if it was just like a tropical fish tank. But this is coral. So it's actually a marina tank, not a tropical aquarium. It's a marina aquarium, just to be boring with everybody. But the giveaway purchase itself does have a dead fish in the giveaway. He's got me on this now. He's got me on it. So learn more. There it is. There's the fish. There it is. So yeah. And if that's supposed to be fish food, then and it's worth $17.99. So there's quite a few things different with that, but also quite wrong with it. But we'll move past that. So John says, I don't put stock into piece count versus price anyway, because they're using more smaller pieces and cheaper pieces to make it seem cheaper. That's why they're becoming more detailed. Very true. But again, like with this, for example, with it being what, if you just quickly compared it to either the fish tank or the workshop, this is £100 more for nearly 3,000 pieces more, and it's exactly the same piece use with regards to smaller and bigger. So within the same theme, I think it works well. But yeah, they've completely crushed Limo, and obviously I don't actually know where that filter is going to go. I would like to see it built, and I think it would look nice and detailed. The filter giveaway shows how scummy Lego can be. The filter is somewhat needed to complete the set. It's a limited time item. Just include it. Exactly. I think so. Yeah, that's it. So they don't cost too much. I mean, these are actually all bigger pieces. I think apart you got the small bits on the Ninjago stuff is always the 1x2 water tiles. Everything else, look, you've got 6 pieces, you've got plates, you've got a 9-piece plate, you've got all these are big arches. So they are actually all chunkier stuff. You do get a lot of windows and you do get a lot of 1x2 tiles, but the actual whole walkway, so like everything around, you can see the walkway. I'll move this. So everything down here, all of these are 8 studs or 12 studs. That's 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, all bigger plates. So yeah, the Ninjago stuff itself is the best value. And again, if you are thinking of it from a small or big price part ratio, they do a very, very nice, very, very nice job. So that is there. So yeah, as it stands right now, I still think that this is the best valued set available currently. But I mean, like, even the Star Wars stuff worked out to be 10 pence a brick, and all of that was big plate and big chunky Lego bricks. So because we did the live stream on it, I was amazed that there was no smaller pieces in it. It was interesting. So Blacksmith is a good example. Everyone's saying it's worth half because it's small, but 1,000 pieces set is almost 80 to 100. It's just a lot of small parts for detail. Well, yeah, that's it. I think that's a big thing for up to discussion. But I think if the small parts are needed to make the detail, that's one thing. But if you then have like small bit of 3 pieces that make one piece, that's what people are getting a little bit annoyed about. So yeah, I can see it from both sides of the coin on that's for sure. Where does I'm gonna have to? You have to have a look at the back of this. I'm gonna have to spin this around so I can actually reach. Yeah, very true. But again, I mean, like if you think of the waterfall, that was about that price point with regards to. Yeah, this is it. This is the thing. They've got the luxury of not paying that 25-30% IP tax, so they can get away with. I mean, like I said to you when we were doing this before, I mean, the windows are fence panels. So they've given us big double fence panel over the top of each other. Then you built a frame around it, all for a window, which just looks amazing. So yeah, they can get away. Well, yeah, this is true. But again, I suppose the other thing is that what they have normally given us with the Ninjago sets, and I know some people like them, some people don't, is you always get all of the characters that are needed. Obviously, it's a TV show, so they do try and add all of those in again because, well, they can, which does help somewhat. Hey, got it in. There you go. We had a double prong. We had a double pop and everything. That bridge is in and it is sturdy. So yeah, the amazing thing is with like these Ninjago sets, I would say it's the balance. So huge pieces for the bridge. I mean, big pieces. And then all of a sudden you would have a bag to make up a really detailed little boat with all the smaller pieces in, but it's fruit and veg and all that kind of thing. So yeah. And obviously all the detail that you get on the windows and bits and pieces. The other set that was really good value, I thought, for just tick the boxes was the spring lantern set. Did anybody pick up that spring lantern set? Again, that was a double. Was that base plate and a half? And I think that was really good. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. The Ninjago City sets, in my opinion, are a great example of what Lego can do. Yeah, the large sets with tons of detail, fun builds, and looks great in display. Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, if you just wanted something from a building experience and you just wanted it to build, when the original Ninjago City set was out, so the original, obviously it's a bit like this, isn't it? But if you got the original Ninjago City set and you picked it up because that went into a sale. So this thing that I'm about to get on the screen right now, if you just wanted something to build at an incredible price point, which is this from the movie, and you hadn't even seen, there is literally nothing that beats this for detail. I mean, you know it was good when the Lego group put 42 pictures on. And you can see it was a 16 plus set when it came out. It has got obviously all of the completely different things. There's working mechanisms in this with regards to a cash point. There's lifts. There's all sorts of different bits and pieces. All of it's modular, so it all comes off. You've got all the detail in the shops. You've got a sushi bar restaurant that does spin round at the top. You've got hidden bits and pieces on the inside. It's massive, but it's only on a base plate. Huge amount of detail. So this is where all those bits go. Yes, all right, there's 3 or 4 sticker sheets. But of course, the other thing is with these is how it was designed is depending on which way you have this facing, the docks went right beside it. So, and then the next one goes right beside it. So a bit like the modular street, but they've done it with this. But again, you can see all of the big plates across the bottom, but you do use a lot of pieces up with the water at the bottom. So yeah, I would have said to anybody, if you just wanted a good build, just build this and then sell it. There's nothing bad about it. I mean, you have a working crab oven where if you shut the lid and spin it round, a different coloured crab comes out. As you can see, the uncooked and the uncooked crab. And then obviously you can serve parb. You've even got all of this detailing in here, look, where you've got to build it behind like the glass. And you've got all the signage and everything. You've got the comic book guy selling all the different comics and obviously all the like little minifigures. So they are literally the action characters of the Ninjago stuff as well. That is a working AMT where you fold it down, you stack like $10, $1,500 bills on there. You've got a hidden removable artwork banner. So you can take that one off. You can see here, look, you've got another 3 or 4 of them where you can't even see it at all. But again, it's modular up at the top. It's nuts. It is nuts, and all the rooms are big enough. It's not like what they've been doing with the current modulars where they're squeezing everything down. This was up there as peak stuff because even this water connected directly to the dock beside it, and it was just an incredible build. I am so glad that I have both of these side by side. They are now worth far too much money, so if you were to try and get one new, it just wouldn't work. But yeah, if they are going to be doing something that detail on the one at that price point again, we are absolutely laughing. Yeah, so the $100 bill shows how bad inflation is in Ninjago. Yeah, they didn't even give many of the coins. It is just $100 bills only. Very, very expensive. So Jay says, but do you know the answer? As only one set caused me to finally collect Lego after 20 years of ignoring it. Well, it obviously wasn't me because I couldn't convince you for level money to collect anything. So future poll for you, the best Lego set ever. I suppose what I'd have to do is I would have to do it in a way of rounds. We'd have to get a load of people in and then the poll would have to change every 10 minutes and the winner stays on. So if I say, for example, had Lord of the Rings eyeball, I could have all of the Lord of the Rings sets. Whatever winner goes through to the next round, but all the Ninjago sets against it. Whatever wins moves on. Yeah, so we'd have to do like a round robin, which would be good fun. We could do that. We could just do all the Lord of the Rings sets. We could do all the Ninjago sets. We could do all of those. And then have a couple of days later, put just 4 of the winners against each other. And then another 4 winners and another 4 winners. Then it goes into a semi. Then it goes into a final. There's nothing wrong with getting a semi, especially if you're going to finish it off in a good final. So we are still moving for future polls, and it's 11, 22, 22, 44. So the CMF minifigures are still working. I have been sat here for 52 minutes, and I put, I think, 11 pieces together. So I need to grab the third booklet, which is, I have seen, it's just over there, and we'll carry on. I think I need to do like the most unproductive live stream builds I can think of. I think this needs to become a point of where I need to almost get to the point where I can't quite open up a bag. Came for the Lego, stay for the dirty jokes. Well, you wait when we start talking about length and girth of things. You know, it's just nuts. Jay is a very, very bad influence. So yeah, if you understand the humour, then. Well, you should have seen me ramming the holes in this thing. We had the Technic pins and we had to line it up in the hole and I had to go straight through the back door without being able to see anything to push it together and go through the front at the same time. And obviously what you don't want to do is you don't want to hit the side because it was going to snap. And that's just going to hurt, isn't it? So it's not fun. But yes, it would need a ton of polls and the winner versus winner for several rounds. So yeah, we can do that. We can do that, I think. So that is not a bad idea at all, Jay. I'm assuming... I suppose this is a good question for everybody. What was your Lego set that got you into Lego because it made you basically finally crumble? But then, since you crumbled as a collector, is there been a better set since? Because I know what the answer is for Jay. I know what for Jay what got him into it, but I have never asked him the question of since he crumbled, because all of a sudden they have released a huge amount of stuff since. And again, you've got to take into consideration all the Bricklink stuff and what got you into Lego in the first place. is the set that got you into Lego your favourite set still, or did that change a long, long time ago? I know you can see, again, with this, with regards to huge pieces, you got your long lengths. So yeah, this is literally a full-blown mix of just big and smaller pieces. And you've got some of the smaller bits, which is lily pads. So yeah, I really do think that Ninjago is the best value for money. I mean, I've got pink lightsabers going on here, look. So if you just wanted to build of something and to enjoy it, then obviously you can crack on. What got me into Lego was Single A minifigure from Rebooted. Nice. It went downhill from there, owning every single Ninjago set from Series 1 to the movie releases. Yeah, see, I luckily didn't go down that rabbit hole too deep. I got the CMFs, which are great, and then managed to pick up the 2 movie sets because I'd never seen 2 sets that would link together as well as that. And then it was just a slippery slope from there. I think like the Ninjago City set was possibly maybe my second larger set. And then it just sort of just like I got a thing for larger sets. I enjoyed building it over a longer period of time. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the smaller bits and pieces as well. But yeah, I would much prefer put a bigger set together and then swear at the roof because it won't fit for height, rather than spend 10 minutes putting a car together. So, but everybody's got their own things, haven't they? Everybody's got their own things of doing stuff for different bits and pieces. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what got everybody going, and then how much it's changed over a period of time. But no, Jay, I like that idea. We will do a poll or something along those lines as well, and we will keep putting this forward because it seems to be the numbers seem to be growing sort of week on week, which is great. So we'll obviously keep this up over the Christmas period and all that kind of thing because, well, enjoy doing it, so why not? But so yeah, so you can see now we've got really big elements going in, and this is exactly what the Ninjago stuff does. They use the big stuff for the big bits. So there's another one, there's another big bit going in there, and then there's another long length going through, and then you've got all the tile bits that go on the top, which again are all of the 1x8s. And then when the time's needed, all of the little, you just pack all of the little detail in, which they have got the luxury of doing because it's their own license and their own IP, so they can get away with doing it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what this bit is. See, there we go. Sondrax knows it's the cable car. So there was mass panic at the start of the last live stream because I literally sat down, finished the bag, turned the page, and I was like, oh Christ, I've got to put both of these things together. So the thing that's behind me, the pair of balls that are just there, was actually to the right hand side. So that got picked up and launched. And the Marvel stuff is coming on really well. So there's the new Marvel series that'll be being uploaded soon. There's one more part for Star Wars, I think. And then we've got the Undertidy. And then, yeah, we've got the Daily Bugle and Avengers Tower facing the right way now. All the minifigures are starting to go down. We've got all the tiling and detailing going in. So if I can get that finished while this is almost, and then get this done, I'm going to jump straight over to the Ninjago and figure out exactly what to put in front of the Ninjago. So the marriage phase was the worst and best bit. Because you could see it coming together, but also worse because I had to think where it would fit. Yeah, exactly. When you had to slot it into a hole and just hope for the best. I've got a thing with Technic and Lego as well. I don't really like pushing it too hard because it does end up breaking. So that's not exactly ideal. Now I have also meant to ask another question. This is an open question to anybody that cares about Marvel stuff. The Avengers Tower. You all know what the Avengers Tower looks like. You've got the A in front, and then across the top is where the pad is. So that display with the panel that is removable I want to know what display to make up there. So I can either have anything up to a solo, 2-way, 3-way, all the way up to the big 5-way of minifigures, because that's how many prongs and poles I've got left to put in. But what minifigures do I put there? Because that is what I'm stuck on at the moment. I'm not 100% sure what to do in the front. It could be anything you think as a group, a team. It doesn't have to be necessarily from the Avengers films. It could be anything you think of. So I do need your help with that. And yeah, that's how long this thing's got already. So I'm assuming this is going to be the cable car because it's bright yellow and it just gets longer. Good grief, this is going to have some length. It's literally going to be just in 2 base plates long, isn't it? So we're going over or under? Under and over. Oh, that's exciting. 1. 2. And another one. I'm running out of table space. How can this be so big? Well, that didn't take too long to get that long, did it? Look at the length of that. Longer than 2 base plates. Oh, good grief. Always need space. Always need space. Batman. Well, there we go. Could put Batman there. Well, have a DC display on the side of the Avengers Tower. That's not a bad shout, actually, because the Joker Manor is literally parallel to it. So that is going to be a superhero section, and it's a theme park display. So we're winning with Batman, and then you can argue amongst it. What would be quite nice if it was small enough, and we were going to do something silly like that, is put the Batwing up on the pad that where the little Quinjet is. Unlicensed Bricks. Hello, you. How are we? Good evening to you. Hopefully you are good. Thank you to everybody that has liked the video. YouTube seems to really like that, and obviously it helps with attracting people in. And the votes are still coming in. So CMF's at 50, 20, 20, and 10. So yeah, I think we're going to be waiting for what Pokemon stuff is going to be happening. They might be a detailed build, or they might be a complete wet fart. So no idea what that's going to look like. And of course, they are going up against. Technically, those sets are still available to buy. Much easier to buy for. Oh no, actually that's a lie. They're easier for us as well. John could have got them no problem in a huge sale, but we can get them over here now. It's Smith's. So yeah, the Mattel stuff is out and about and available. Obviously, chopping the license. Apparently, they kept the Halo license though. So Mattel has kept the Halo. So I don't know if anybody collected any of those, and I think they might have kept the He-Man as well. Well, there is already 2 available unlicensed bricks, but they are the movie. So if you're a fan of the movie for Ninjago, there is Series 1 and Series 2. So, and those minifigures are also very, very good. Like I said, I will do as much as possible to build as little as possible while we can talk about Lego sets. So that's what we were looking at before. I'm assuming if these are still on there, CMF Ninja. There it is. Ninjago, the movie, and the Series 1 and Series 2. So that's the pack that you're looking for. Get very weird villains in some of these. But again, they must at the time they must love it because I think you've got a detailed photo of every single one. So he's holding his dragon. Hang on. Let's make him large. So yeah, you got Lloyd, who is Lloyd, but don't forget it is their movie one. So you've got Kai looking like a bit of a. But yeah, they're the villains from this. You've got a octopus suit with shooting out a fish. You've got her who gets shot out of a volcano. You've got a Unikitty fan. You've got another. See, these are just ridiculous villains, and the film is so good. And then obviously she is not. No, she isn't the ninja at the time, is she? She helps Wu. There he is with his cornflakes. Sorry, that's Kai. The Cole's the first one. There's Lloyd again. I Oh, that's Jay. He's such a he's a right numpty in the film as well. I'm glad they've changed him and now made him like a super character in the new TV show, because he was so annoying. He's just a whining whinge bag for like 10 years. Cool little rock star. And then you got Garmadon with 4 arms looking completely different because he's obviously human in the actual TV show. And then you got him again on tour. So you can't tell me that these aren't bad minifigures. Look at them. They are incredible. And then you've got the cool ninja cutting up the sushi. See, a little Easter egg there with a Batman. That's a cool little top. And then you've got Coco, who's Lloyd's mum. You've got Garmadon again in his pajamas. I have got all 3 of them. And you've got Zane going to school. And that is series 1 of 2. So there is, shall I say, another series of that. There we go then. So let me go back up. So, oh, was she a ninja in the film? Did she have elemental powers in that? Because obviously when the film came out, she technically wasn't the ninja in the TV show because of the timing, but obviously the actual film has nothing to do with the show whatsoever. I'd love a CMF with old elemental masters. Yes, that I think is what they need to do. Don't forget, I say this all the time, don't forget the set that is retiring is the one that has a lot of them in from the new TV show. So if you want your elemental masters that goes with the tournament Temple City, you need to pick up this. This is the one that's going. So you've got to get this before it goes. There we go. This thing. Got to get appears. This has them in. Well, it did have them in. I think it has the ones that are missing anyway. So you have got Smoke. These 2 aren't too important, but there's your... It's that one and that one are the 2 hard to find ones, I think. And all of these go with the elemental tournament, don't they? The Water Stride is 70611. 70611. 70611. Yes, she did. So she had, of course she did. Yeah, because all of these were out in the movie. They had some very weird and wonderful different bits and pieces. Oh, yeah, because they're all in the high school, weren't they? And Zane was really very robotic in that. Because in the actual TV show, that was actually the first adult set they did for the Ninjago, wasn't it? It was the temple, I think. It was, what is it called? It's my holy grail that I need to pick up. It's the ones with the 3 buildings. It's on a curved plate with the bridge that goes over with all the water that's underneath. It comes with the exclusive purple Postman minifigure, and it is the set where she actually becomes the elemental master. And I remember what that thing is called. So Unlicensed Brick says, I may make a Kirby tribute video for the November the 18th. Why not? You can't go wrong with that. Give it a go. There it is. Temple of... I couldn't remember if it was what the last of it was. Ejitsu. Oh, just broken that again. There we go. So excited I get not building this. Ninjago Temple of Air. There, still on the website. Still on the website. This is... Get off. Yeah, so this is the one I do want. This is just spectacular. And this is way, way, way back when as well. So, like, I know this is much smaller than everything now. It's a much smaller set, 2,000 pieces. But this is the one where you would just have it again over land and a blue base plate in front of it. So you'd literally just sit it on a blue base plate, wouldn't you? And that's it, done. What a display that thing would make. They've even given the light show just at the bottom. Super important part of the actual TV show. And I'm assuming that it's going to be something like this for the new one, for the 15th, but just better. And in a completely different old city vibe rather than this. Because this I would like one day. and now I am limiting myself massively to what I'm spending. Who knows? Maybe with regards to going down the avenues for these different sets, but that would be very, very good for me. And the more I think about it, the more I really do like the tournament, the Elemental Tournament set. And I know Trickle Bricks is waiting till that goes into a sale and gets retired next year. I think I'm going to do the same. I think I am going to pick that set up, because that would be something that I would massively regret not getting. So, because it's going to do the same thing as what that one's just done. It's just going to skyrocket when it gets discontinued. And annoyingly, at the time, I didn't know that was a set. So the OG Tournament of Elements, you've got the big new one, which is from the Rising Dragon show, or then you've got the older one, which is a smaller play set that comes with lots of the different minifigures as well, haven't you? So the new one at the moment, there's a add-on set. So the add-on set that I just showed you, that smaller one, is the one that's retiring, which goes with the other sort of temple. It's a tournament temple city. So it goes with this one that's about to pop up on the screen. This one, 71814, goes with that. So this is still available, and it's going to be available until next year. But again, this, if you wanted a wave of Elemental Masters, this is the set it needs to go with, because we've seen all of the other elemental battles that they've done over a year or two, over the last 15 years. But this one is the only one where it was the one where they took the actual elemental power off them until the end of the tournament. So it basically turned into, I keep saying, crazy Mortal Kombat, where they had all these amazing stages, didn't they? Which was pretty cool. So I do need the new one for the 3 Elemental Masters, missing 5 at the moment. Yeah, I had got quite a lot of the Elemental Masters, but I didn't realize, well, I should have at the time, I didn't think that they would year on year keep teasing us with the others. And obviously, if you know it and you want to collect these things, it would drive Jay crazy knowing that there's other ones available and I didn't have them. And I'm afraid I don't. But that would be my base, that set I've just shown you there, and I would put all of them in it, and it would just be a huge diorama of them battling each other. That's all I would do. And it's just from, it's got to be nearly 5 episodes in the Rising Dragon show. Somehow I have the Neuro, who was the Brick October from 2017, but not the newer one. Neuro, Neuro. I recognise that name. Why don't I recognise that name? Just typing it in so I can see who he is. Oh, him, the one with the black in. Yeah, fair enough. But again, just literally typing his name in, you're looking at anywhere from £8 to 50. So they just go for a scary amount of money. Neuro is the boss and playable character in the Lego Ninjago tournament purchased for 1 million studs in the game. Yeah, he's a cool character. Yeah, sorry, I was miles off on that one. But yeah, I do need to sort my life out when it comes to those, because it is a very, very, very good thing. But no, I'm going to be I don't know, trying to do these kind of things, but never always works. That's for sure. I goes that way and that way. This thing is huge. All depending on the condition of the fig. I've got Ninjago figures in a clear case on the wall. Aiming for 100% completion one day, but some are so expensive. Yeah, made a bit of a mistake. I should have, because I can't remember how many sets there's been for the Elemental Masters, because at one point they were just doing the Elemental sets where they were just redoing them every sort of 2 years, but they changed the figures over on it. It's a bit like the Iron Man with the armors, and people sort of slept on it and didn't realize that that's what they were doing. And now all of a sudden what they've done is obviously they've done these things where there's Elemental Masters in different ones. So this one that's coming, Elemental of Earth, well, you're only going to be able to get him from that. So you've got all those other ones as well to collect. To have that as a full collection would be pretty cool, to be honest. I know I've got a lot of them in a box somewhere, but again, that somewhere could be anywhere with how disastrous setting up all of this and getting to this point has been. Now it doesn't matter, because every time, like, all these figures are going to be built, they're going to be left on there and they're going to go over. But if you don't know the backstory of my Ninjago disaster, I might add the link with regards to me falling through the table, and then you can see literally 10,000 bricks all get shattered at one time. That sucked. And it took about a year and a bit to get all the pieces back together. And then, of course, you had to find them all. And Jay's to blame, basically. I was on a live stream with Jay. He wanted some content, and he's the one to blame. So simple as that. Aiming for every version named character, but only one Nindroid, for example, as there's so many duplicates. Yeah, that's it. The good thing is, again, with if you want Nindroid, obviously, the workshop actually has the pixel in. So Pixel was really difficult to get, but she only came in one other set, and she was really, really expensive. And now, obviously, that value has plummeted, because it's not as hard to find and hard to get. So, yeah, characters are important for certain things, and then obviously the building as experience is important for other bits and pieces. And just, I think what you like and what you enjoy is also very, very important as well. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a lot more strict next year with what I buy, but I'm also going to be super strict because I obviously want to do these live streams and just chit chat and do this nonsense that I'm doing now. So I am going to force myself to repair things and really focus on diorama displays next year, because I've said it for too long, and it will just force me to do it. And we were all saying in previous live streams, just with regards of cost of stuff and everything else, but yeah, Ninjago I'm intrigued with how I can actually display it within a theme park setting, because I'm going to use all of these big buildings as the backdrop. So that's where all the characters are going to be. So I don't know whether to have like a little ride in front of it and make it a water ride or a rowing boat ride or something, or it's just a path that you walk by, and there is a building in Legoland, for example, where it's just themed as a building, and you go in and it's the ride. So I don't know whether just to literally just put a path in front of it or try and do something a little bit different. So I've got to think of how I can make the blacksmith work, because the blacksmith, for example, is a gift shop, and that is literally how that kind of thing works, because you have the Ninjago main ride with big dragons in front of it, and as you come out, you have got a tiny little gift shop that you have to get off the ride with. My big concern, I think I've said this a few times now, so I apologize, I'm repeating myself, is the minifigures that are coming out with mechs and cars. I've got absolutely no need for my display for a mech or a car, and I can't really use those pieces, I don't think, for anything else. So I don't quite know what I am going to do. So clever. So clever how you're turning this around and putting this together. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, we'll see what unfolds. I think that's the best way to do it. But it's interesting what everybody's looking forward to in January now then, because me, I'm all over Ninjago day one, nothing else matters. Modular can be put to one side. Strange things I couldn't care about if this is coming out on day one. But other people will want Stranger Things over everything else. They might not get anything on day one. I can see people just wanting the minifigures and just. I just feel sorry for people now that want to be able to get a whole wave of figures and used to just be able to, be really good at finding the elements. And you've got to sit there for ages with the nap, and then you haven't got any signal. It just ruins it for people, I think. And obviously, all those people that have the minifigures in a frame, which looks great, and then one of them's really hard to find, and you can't do it, and yeah, it's kind of taking the buzz out of it a little bit. Because I used to kind of enjoy trying to do that, and now it's just like, it's a nap. Just scan it. Yeah. Well, got it, not got it. So, but day and age that we're in, I guess, with regards to what companies are having to do things for. But now they've kind of changed their. Well, they haven't, but other companies have. I just wonder if Lego would actually go back to the old way of doing it or not. Don't think they will now. They probably spent so much money developing that. I don't think they will. This is. I'm going to poke my own eye out doing this, I think. But no, I've got some Ninjago viewing to watch tomorrow evening and the weekend, which is exciting. And I'll be hunting that one down if it's the young. Because what? Sorry, what did you say the old set was based on? What series? So it saves me going back through, so I can. Do you know what season it is? Because I'll Google it and see if I can find it, so I can actually say it. I can write it in the chat then. So when I forget it, I can quickly just scroll through to the bottom of the chat and I can use it as my own standpoint. Sons of Garmadon. Right, yes. Sons of Garmadon. Let's have a look. Sons of Garmadon, Ninjago. So Sons of Garmadon. Aiming to resurrect. So Sons of Garmadon. Overview of the Sons of Garmadon. The Sons of Garmadon are introduced in the 8th season of the animated Ninjago series, Masters of Spinjitzu, aired April to May 2018, following the gang's attempt to gather the 3 Oni masks to resurrect Lord Garmadon, who believe will help them conquer Ninjago. This gang is categorized by the low. Yes, all right, I do remember that one. I will rewatch it, but yeah, because the minifigures on there are really good. The prints and all of them are, because he's got the huge weird rock guy. It's got him in it. 4 Armored Kilo is who it is. Huge character. I didn't realize they actually made that. That must just be a mock-up that they've done. I didn't think that was an actual thing. But no, again, with regards to those things, it's very, very interesting to see. Yes, Series 8. I've now stopped after Series 7, Skybound. A ton of catching up to. Yeah, so all the other seasons are good, but Rising Dragon is much better. I'm doing everything I can to delay what I've got to do next, because I've now got to insert the shaft. Where the hell is this going? All the way up there. Oh, it clips on, does it now? Oh, splendid. Okay, this is going to break then, isn't it? This is not going to work. Let me just do any delay tactic possible. Let's check the poll. So the poll now has changed yet again. Loads of votes on this now. So it's 45 CMF, Power Rangers 18, Lord of the Rings up to 27. Pokemon is catching Power Rangers at 9%. So I have a long length. This long length is about to be attached up at the top, but you can't see. So why don't I turn you around? So when it snaps, you guys and girls can see everything. So there it is. There's the set in all of its glory, nicely backlit. And then we have a bit that's going up right up top, which I am hoping that will fit up there. And I'm assuming this bit goes down in the middle. Right, I've got a stand for this. Ta-da! Ah, done a thing. Look at the length. That's outrageous. Outrageous. There we go. So complete different dynamic. So of course the yellow bits then are going to be the actual cable car itself. So I'm going to get quite a lot of that bit done, which is good. But we will be going live again tomorrow, and then again on Sunday, I would imagine. So it does mean I've got 2 more attempts to build as many bags as possible. If I don't finish it, it doesn't really matter too much. Where does this sit? Just there. Nice. Ooh. I can't see where that one sits. Oh dear. That doesn't seem right to me at all. What's gone wrong here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Building before. We have a problem. We have a problem. That should not have just come off. All right, it should get interesting very, very quickly. Because as we know with the Ninjago sets, because they are small and fiddly, even though they do have amazing detail, you do not want to get anything wrong. But that to me does not... Oh, hang on. No, that doesn't seem right at all. I can't be off by... Surely I can't be off by a stud. Am I? No, is that straight? I've got it. This back piece is bent as a banana. I've got the whole of this back building, the whole thing, the bottom and the top, is off. There we go. There we go. You heard multiple pieces fall off. I just punched that minifigure in the face, but I think that's now straight again. I am left with something. I'm left with this. I don't know where that's come from. Oh, up top. Hey, did a thing. Fixed it. There we go. Right, that means this bit now should just sit on. Ah, ingenious. Look at that, like a child. Right, we've got about half hour left. So again, if anybody's building anything in the background, you probably will be stuffing your faces now. It's 6:30, isn't it? So we'll carry on. I think it's 6:30. Yes. Yeah, so 6:30. Be on there for another half hour. Keep plodding on with this, and then we'll try and get these two bags done. And if I can't get these 2 bags done, I'll be very grateful because it means I won't be building it. So again, everybody that's liked the video, I can keep seeing the thumbs going up. Thank you, because it helps. It does help, and we will keep doing that as well. We've got to add all the bits across the top on this. So I'll get you two out there. You can kind of see what's going on. But it would be quite nice, actually. Now it's fresh in my mind that they do release images for the Ninjago stuff. I'm assuming there's so many sets that they're going to be releasing. I know the Ninjago one is a big one, but you would probably keep a big Ninjago set away from the modular and the Stranger Things. So if they're doing it, if you think of the the time that they need to advertise all of these sets. If this is what you're saying it is, which would be amazing, I would think that that would be spoken about, and then we'll get on to their more expensive IP stuff. And then I can see us all having a very interesting conversation at a later date with regards to the importance of the giveaway purchase in 2026. Because if the last set so far is the most important of 2025, is that how they are going to start 2026? Which I can see them doing it. I can see them doing it. My ear keeps popping. Really painful. So we have got a lot of pinks, a lot of detail, a lot of all sorts of flowery bits that we've got to be adding, and they are going right at the top where I can't reach. They are 2 base plates and a bit. Where is that? That light is so bright I can't actually see. I've gone blind. These are all very, very unnecessary squats I'm doing at the moment. Long length. Is that one of those? Nope. One of those. Yes. And one of these. Yeah, because we were talking about the Harry Potter stuff before. That's not on the website yet either, is it? People have sort of seen bits, which I don't know how they're getting leaked so badly. It was literally unheard of until they had a fallout with the staff or something, didn't they? And it just all went very, very wrong. Unless that is already on the website, I'm going a little bit mental. Dusk Till Dawn. How are we? We have just been having a massive conversation about the new Ninjago set. So if you know anything about that, obviously feel free to jump in. 3 of those. Oh, one on the other side. That one. Where does that go? Other side of the bottom. Oh no. That's a lot of detail around that. A lot of detail around that. Yeah, so Sondrax was saying about, and Jay as well was saying about the price, the size, minifigures of all of this set, and I didn't realize it was coming out in January. So it's by the sounds of it, obviously let Sondrax explain, but it does sound like it's going to be out in 2 waves. It's going to be a split thing with the exclusive minifigures as well. So I know you being a Ninjago minifigure fan, you might be able to pick those up. But yeah, there's been a lot of talk so far about that, which is always good, sexy fun. That is for sure. So. Again, just things like this, we add in all of this detail, which is just a Ninjago thing, and it looks so good. Because what we got, rather than just having like a big leaf element, you're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of color into the branch, different elements and things like that. And then you carry on and build it. So, very, 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 very detailed. The poll has changed again. So what's catching up? So Lord of the Rings jumped again, so it's now 9:27:18:45 for that. So not too bad, not too bad. It is getting there, but no, I do like Joe's idea of doing the We'll have to do like a super poll one day, maybe on the Sunday. We'll do it closer to Christmas, where it will just be battle of the sets. What's the best? What set is best? And we can just put old sets up against new ones. We'd need quite a few people in the chat for a while though, because I think it would. I don't know if we'd be able to get through it quick enough. But who knows? If it's really bad weather one day, we might be able to. We might be able to get through it. I'm still going blind putting this in. This light is right in my eyeballs. So that is what's going on. Yes. Hang on, I'll turn that off. There, so all of that up top, all of this has just been put on, all of those little bits and pieces. Amazing, amazing, amazing. So yeah, lots and lots of talk about Ninjago stuff, which is always nice, always nice. And of course, you saw the Detective Zane, the minifigure. That is a good looking minifigure as well. So can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. Am I actually going to? No, I was about to say, am I actually going to start building the actual cable car? Answer to that question is no. I'm still building more detail for all of the leaves. I was going to do a poll going, what should be the next set I build on the live stream? Should I repair something? Do I buy something before the end of the year? Do I don't know. I don't know what the next one's going to follow. So thought that was a window. No, this is outrageous. This set is so detailed. But yeah, I don't know what to do for the next thing. I don't know whether to do something different. Do I get something that's current? Do I get, if I could, obviously, do I go for like Arkham Asylum? Do I go for and just build it over? So I'm gonna build something over December, but I don't know what to build because I actually don't have anything else after this. So with bits and pieces that I'm having to do in the background. Yeah, that's it. There's so many different quotes that he's got. It is amazing. And obviously you'd have seen it, but I do like how in the Ninjago markets they added the big memorial, and they didn't give anything away in that set to exactly what happens at the next Elemental Masters tournament, which links into what we were talking about before, because everybody for the whole year thought Zane had actually been killed off. So I thought that was an amazing thing. I wonder what everybody actually genuinely thought about that, and then seeing him again for the first time, it's just like, well, where's he come back from? So more detail on these. But yeah, again, if anybody's building anything in the background, doing anything, wants to see anything with regards to the new stuff on the Lego website and anything else, we can check all of that out as we go through. But I am currently on page 23, which is step 781 on booklet number 3 of this monstrosity of a build. So we are plodding along as slow as humanly possible. Where is this? That one goes there. That one goes there, and that one goes in there. So yeah, all the detailing on this is very, very good. I'm going to do 2 of these. 2 of these, not a bother, everybody. Not a problem. I'm going to give myself a quick break, grab a drink, and then flop this back up on the screen and have a quick look at these. Have a quick look at these minifigures and see if there's anything else that's been added to the website, because I want to know. Right, so while I'm taking a quick drink, before we tuck in and crack on with anything else, we know that this is now out and about. We know how thrilled everybody is for that set. Offers, has anything been discontinued, or is it anything else new? No. There is some big stuff in those offers, but I don't think that's changed. We click on the sale stuff. I've just dropped something on the floor as well. My hoodie's just knocked something. I don't know what it is, so I'll find it. So we're on theme with Ninjago stuff. We've got the dream stuff. No, still just 4 pages, so nothing exciting on there yet. Right, we'll carry on with this. There's one of those which is going. Where's that going there? It looks that way. I've got one that clips on, and then 2 that gets rammed in, do we? And then we've got all of that sort of detail coming through. So you've got another one of those to do. There it is. There's 1, 2. And that one goes there. 2 of them. Yeah, it's very similar to the Ninjago City trees up at the top. In fact, it is. It's the same. They have used the same color scheme, the same elements, the same everything for the trees that branch out on the Ninjago. I'm sure it is on the Ninjago comic. It is the same color scheme. That's what I'm doing. Yep, I thought I recognized it. So what I'm doing now on the new modern one is a throwback to. So it's the white leaves with the beautiful pink, 2-tone pink, and all the brown trees and everything. So this is the first one that they ever did years and years and years ago from the movie. And here we are all those years later, and it's still matched past the elements and things. So that's very, very pretty and very, very impressive. So all 3 of those now have been added. So it's just a case of, I guess, clip this on, and hopefully we'll start making up the where's that clip onto? I'm lost with how that's supposed to go. Just like that is how it's supposed to go. Lovely. Right, we're now making the cable car at last. At last. So 2 big pieces. Big bit for the yellow. Nice strong colour, that. Nice strong colour. So yeah, you get good length very, very, very quickly. 4 of those. 2. Yeah, he says very, very quickly. Found 2 of them. I can't find the other 2. That's embarrassing. No. Oh, it's not exactly a difficult piece to find, is it? There's 3. Clearly, it is a difficult piece to find. No, 4. Moron. What a moron. Right. What have we got left? So can I get this done in 15 minutes and I can go off and stuff my face? And I'm going to carry on watching Star Trek First Contact. Because if none of you have seen it, I have seen this one before, it's all to do with the Borg. So I think they could easily do a Borg ship, but completely forgot how much more money was spent on the bridge in the films compared to the TV show, because the ship itself is completely different, and all the effects that they can do on everything, it's just like they had a much larger budget. All right, so again, height, one of those, and that one, and that one. Oh, I've got bits going in. What the hell? Oh no, we've got Technic bits going in all over the place. So this is, if I haven't done something correct before, because I wasn't paying any attention, I think this is where tears might be made. Is that just go through to that locks that into place. That then goes above. There. Ooh, okay. Okay. All right, 2 of these. Now 4. To learn to read. Learn to read and actually put them on correctly. So there's the other 3 of them. And the other 2 of... That's the 2 that are missing. Nicely done. They all go in out. Yes, they are. Yeah, so this is for the replay, because I know it's very quiet. They're eating and doing bits and pieces at the moment. But I think what I might do for a poll is, what Lego set should I get myself for Christmas? Because it is a tradition that I've done for many years. And it started off with Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. Name the film. Name the film. Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. Can you imagine if they did that? Could you imagine they had one of those? I have got a custom Robocop minifigure, and I'm also looking at a random Jason in the middle of my Marvel display at the moment. So that's what it's looking like, Jay. You can see, knock that piece off again. Yeah, you can see all the minifigures going down at the bottom, all the little dioramas that are starting to go in. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting. It's going to be a new diorama series coming to the channel, which I'm very excited about. Yeah, diorama series. Just while this isn't a drinking game, because I'm with this element's going to fail soon if I knock this off any more times. I've knocked this off now with my arm. That must be at least the 5th time, and it's still sort of holding on for dear life. So yeah, we'll see. That's a random thing to... God, I'm knocked off again. Random thing for you to say, Jay. So I'm not too sure what that links to, but I'm glad that if there's got to be a toy behind this coming. There's got to be something. There must be a video of something, or I don't know if I can add a RoboCop theme. Sorry, not a theme, but like an area to my theme park. But that would be pretty cool. Pink lightsaber going in. One in the pink. On it goes. There you go. Pink against the white. Looks nice and bright. I'll be back. Okay. Well, I don't see now. Now I don't know if you're just quoting random movie films or if you will be back in a little bit, because you've got to be right back. And then you've got Jay going, I'll be back. If we're just going to do film quotations now, just fire them out. We will see what we can do. So yeah, Dead or Alive, you're coming with me. RoboCop. I'll be back is obviously Terminator. So yeah, I mean, we could play this game and see who can guess what quote first. Feel free to join in with Jay's game. Heck, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. And if you'd like to, I'd like to notice be said there, I have not cheated on these. I just, let's be honest, they're just very good films, aren't they? Very, very, very good films. Flip it over. And doing these in the back as well. The colours are so nice. So nice. You have literally got the pink with the yellow, and then you've got this teal dotted all over. It's so pretty. It's so easy to see as well. So you can find them quite quickly. Then you've got a double white going on top of each other. And then you've got oh, cool. You've got these really massive chunky bits now. So again, going back to the whole piece usage on these, massive fatties going on. So they are enormous. That is the technical term for a chunky brick. And then we have got another big bit. So that's getting girthy very quickly. Long length tile. What's that? 2, 4, 6, 8. 1 by 8 by another 1 by 8. Starts to look like that. Flip it over. And now we are putting our first sticker on this evening. First sticker this evening. Which seems to be not too bad. So that's sticker number 26. Oh, they're advertising on the thing, are they? Sticker number 26. 2 of those. So soon figure out that there's going to be 1 on each side, don't we? Dust Dawn is back. Welcome back. Welcome back. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Oh, if it bleeds, we can kill it. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Oh, I know that as well. If it bleeds, we can kill it. For some reason, I want to say something like Predator or something, but I don't know if it is. It might be. It's not Alien. Is it an Arnie thing? Please. I'm going to Google it and find out. You annoy me. Yes! Yes! I knew it! I got it! Have it! Shove that up your pipe, old Jay. Have that. That is a result. Yes! 3 for 3. 3 for 3. We like it. See, good movies. All about good movies. I'm actually quite smug with that, Jay. Oh, okay. All the clues to the new multi-scale display on top of the new glass cabinet. Well, that, sir, is going to look insane if you're going to put those 3 together. Yes, absolutely, do it. I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I'm glad I'm correct. I'm glad I have some sort of good film knowledge with good films. So if the films are rubbish, I don't remember them whatsoever. I couldn't care less, even if it's a Marvel thing. It's like, no, it's rubbish. It was rubbish. Just admit it was rubbish and we'll move on. But Dust of Dawn says, he said a Zane quote, and I misread what you said first, because I thought you blew a violin, but I went outside and worked on blowing because I play violin. I thought you'd blown up a violin, so that makes sense. I have not learnt the Ninjago language, no. And what's really annoying in this instruction booklet, of all the instruction booklets, is it does not have the language in. However, the instruction booklet that I have just down here, which is the Ninjago City stuff, which I've pulled them out, does have them in. So I have got it down here, where we have got the different ones. There we go. So I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was so annoyed that I have got the other instruction booklet, which has all of the language in. Now this has been really chewed up. That's annoying. It's got wet. Oh well. Of course, it would be my most favourite one that's been damaged. But yeah, there you go. All on the inside. It's got all the language on there. Why that's like that, I do not know. So not happy with that, but never mind. You're fluent in Ninjago. Well, that's it. I'm sure there'd be people fluent in Ninjago, fluent in Klingon, Borg, all that kind of stuff. I'm not even fluent in English. Jay can vouch for me on that. Like half the stuff I say makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, there's people that are clever in this world. I am just not one of them. So I've got no shame of saying that whatsoever. Is that going? Yeah. Very cool. Oh, double-ended. Two of the exact same thing coming up. Oh, it's a good sized cable car then. So one of them with the pink can just do the exact same thing again. So Jay has a multi-scale display on 3 new Kallaxes. No, I say Kallaxes. They are the beautiful glass cabinets, not the Kallax anymore. And that is going to be interesting with regards to. So what? Are you backtracking all of the RoboCops again then, or not? Are you just going to be selective? Are you going back down into those? Because obviously you stopped yourself at one point getting them, and now he seems to be. Don't understand why. Well, there we go. Well, the main thing is you fluent in Ninjago. So if you can do Ninjago, that's all we care about on this stream. So we like it. We like that. It's always good to be different. But no, I said from the beginning of the live stream, it's annoying that the first booklet, none of the booklets has any of the language in. I don't understand why these don't. Whereas that one has all the alphabet. The other one does. It's got all to the film. This should have all to the TV series. Don't forget, this came out as the TV show happened. And it was nothing. It was just like one page and it carried on. It's very, very disappointing. Very, very disappointing for the instruction booklet on this. But no, Jay is flopping out the movie quotes, which I enjoyed trying to guess. That last one nearly got me. I was like, oh, I haven't seen that film for a while. That's interesting. I have a random piece left, which I can't figure out where that's going to go until it goes on. Hot Toys, Robocop and pre-order. Neko battle damage with chair on order. Neko Murphy in human form needed, as I may have given it to you. Well, that is still safe and sound, brand new in the box. So I could return it as a Christmas present, which it only seems to be fair as you gave it to me because you weren't going to do your collection. So we can speak about that because it doesn't seem right you rebuying something when I've just got it still mint in the box, safe and sound. There we go. We could do something like that, Jay. We could do something like that. That could be your Christmas present sorted. Because what is a thought? It is a thought. So yeah, we could do that because I'd like to see the collection in all of its glory, and it saves you money. The final one from a line is another film. All right, give it to me. Oh, the final one for the line is another film. Yeah, in real life we do. Yeah, so we've known each other since school. So we went to school together, and we meet up quite a bit as well. So he's a massive toy collector that does Lego on the side. So there's a lot of banter from me and Jay. So don't worry. Yeah, so we do know each other. So if you're going to be going, yeah, it just makes sense. That's why I'm asking about his collection. So he's just posted up on his Instagram and YouTube stuff of a amazing Mondo display that he's done. Yeah, so if you notice, he's been my mate for 25 years, but I've not been his mate, apparently. He couldn't care less about me. What are you going to do? Oh, he's got, I'm assuming then, the one that's missing that you haven't said is Alien. You've given us a Predator, you've given us a Robocop, you've given us the other. So I'm assuming you're going to do Predator to go with Alien. So that kind of just makes logical sense. But yeah, see, he knows it as well. He knows it. Yeah, been his mate for 25 years, but I despise him. He uses me, Dustle Dawn, as a toilet break. That's what he does. When he's bored, he'll just do it. And then when something better comes along, he will just go onto their live stream. He jumps on my live stream when he's full of knowledge and then just leaves me to sink when I haven't got a clue about what I'm talking about. And he just sits there laughing for entertainment purposes. So, yeah. But we did do it. We did Jay's the one with the big bushy beard that we do the live streams together. So if you want to catch up, the last live stream we did was the Star Trek live stream. That's the one that we did together. Well, I know exactly where that quote's coming from. The other quote, may I say we take off and nuke the entire orbit. It's the only way to be sure. I am pretty sure that's Alien. So, and if it's not, then I'm stupid. But I think I even know who says it as well. Well, that's it. You're helpful with Ninjago and space information. Exactly. So Jay's huge toy fan. You're a Ninjago fan. And of course, the good thing about your Ninjago knowledge is that there's other big Ninjago fans in here as well. So you guys can just keep talking about the Ninjago stuff as I'm building this. And then we will get Marvel character fans in when we do it. It's interesting, actually, how the live streams bring in different people. Because it seems to be that the Star Wars one obviously kicked everything off. And we had like just a mix of people. And then there seems to be, this thing is, shoot, there's no way that's the right way. No, it's definitely not the right way. But yeah, it seems to have just brought people in that just enjoys chatting about different bits and pieces. And now I'm doing it differently with regards to, oh no, that is right. God, that's massive. 100% correct. 4 for 4. See, Jay collects only the greats. We don't want any of the other nonsense. I think that was Ripley that said that. She said it to one of the soldiers. Yes, I built this. No, I put the long length in. Did you not see me put my length in? Look how long it is. Look, put my length in. I put a tree on. I've done 2 bags. It took me an hour to put about 10 pieces together. And this bit, I'm just finishing this and we're going to wrap it up. But I couldn't care how long this takes, to be honest, Jay. It works for me. I do not mind at all. I'm not in no rush to put this together. So, yeah. Because after this, I might be asking Jay if I can't repair anything. I might be helping Jay out with his backlog to build some of his stuff so he can actually perk up his city a little bit, because I know it will annoy Jay if his city starts to feel stale, because it's one of the things with Lego that you have to build the bloody stuff first. That's a 12-incher. I think it's longer than 12, Jay. I mean, if you've eyeballed that for 12 inches, then no wonder you're limping. It's actually 20 inches of pure length. So, yeah. We know that you lie about a 7-inch then. So that's a 12-incher. Didn't see, was busy tidying as Kira has her friends coming on Saturday. Oh, well, make sure everything's neat and tidy. See, I've got stuff everywhere. When it counts, just flop out the tape measure. Off, there we go. When you've got an angled ceiling and you need to put stuff in within an inch of its life, that has to be on hand the whole time. So yeah, 20 inches of pure length is exactly what that is. So Jay was off by quite a bit, which means anything he's ever bragged about, we've got to take at least 6 or 7 inches away, Jay. So I'll be having words with Kiara. Right, we've got another door, fold it up. Beautiful looking thing. It was massive. I was trying to build it. I was turning it around. I keep hitting the flipping roof. I keep hitting the nose of the 8080. The thing itself has 2 base plates, and I'm adding a long length that's over 20 inches long while trying not to knock any pieces on the floor. So yeah, this is the reason why it takes so long to build some of these things, because there's just no flipping room. Yeah. Add these bits on. Oh, it is a fully functional cable lift then. So we've got the flop up bits for it. If you're a big Ninjago fan, by the way, Devon Max streams every Friday. He voice acts the Skull Source. Oh, cool. And also Thunderfang and Arin. But say my name in Arin's voice before. Fair enough. Okay. I'll have to hunt that down and see. It's always nice to support other people. So I don't know what that bit's for. I'm assuming that's supposed to actually sit on this. We'll get to that point in the middle. Right, we've got loads of Technic bits to finish this bit on with. All right, let's plod on with this. I also have a tape measuring by me. It must be a local thing. Well, I think when you're as experienced as needing a tape measure by hand, and I'm not to brag, we don't like to make this competitive when it comes to measuring stuff. But if in doubt, look, ready? I got one at 5 length, and I got one at 8 length, just in case. And they are right beside me the whole time, so I can literally just flop it out, lock it off, and just go, thank you very much. Grab the next one and go at the opposite angle. We're living the dream. We are living that tape measuring length dream, because it's a right royal pain in the backside when you start to build these things and go, I've got a great idea to put it somewhere, and then it just doesn't fit. So yes, because the other, talking of length and size and everything else, this, somebody literally flying this thing around, putting it up next to the Falcon and all those other little bits and pieces. And it's a big size. It is a big size. And the funny thing is that for somehow one of the some doctor bloke that does everything about the stars and everything else like that, and works out everything to the inch of its life and everything. And somebody asked the question of who would win out of the Falcon and the Starship Enterprise. He laughed and said it wouldn't even be close, and said that the Enterprise would absolutely cream the Falcon without any trouble, and just literally listed off about 20 reasons why. So I'm afraid if you are going to be doing a battle with your Falcon and your Starship Enterprise, the Falcon will end up like the Razor Quest in flames. And that would be quite a funny display for me to just blowing up everything Star Trek related, Star Trek beating all of Star Wars stuff, because it just would. Those ships are just vicious. And the Borg and everybody else can fire at people. So rather than the stormtroopers that can't hit for toffee. Right, so that was what I knocked off. Another black pin. There it is. I thought that's what that pin was. I could feel it under my sock. adding stuff for stuff. Another one of these goes in on here. Another 3. Ram it in. Thanks very much. Oh, other way. Get it in there. So this is growing. Okay. What is going on? Oh, it's the top. I'm like, what are you supposed to be doing with this? Right, this is where it's all going to go wrong if it goes wrong. So we are clipping that into there. That gives us the length. We've now got a dangly doodah. We've got a big dangler going on. And then... oh, you ram that in and you got that bit. But what is this? What have I not added? How can I build... oh, don't tell me this actually goes in it. Oh, you are joking. This is... oh, no. I didn't even pay any attention to it. So I'm assuming that this bit that has just been on the table the whole time is the bit that I should have built the frame around. So how have I managed to actually build this perfectly? With... what an absolute twonk. Right, ram that in there. Ram you... oh, balls in there. Get in. Right, that's in there. What fell off? Everything else. How could I do that so badly? Right, so Dust Till Dawn says, I draw Ninjago dragons a lot and post them on this channel. Happy days. I will be taking a look-see. Jay is trying to convince me to get some of the Ninjago dragons, to be honest, because he thinks it'll work quite well going around the red coaster. Now, there is a possibility, if we are going to be doing what we're going to be doing with the display now, that I could actually do that now. I have no idea where this bit's supposed to go. Front, back, side, upside down. Oh, there. Is that right? Couldn't make this any more difficult if I tried myself, could I? No. Oh, no. Yeah, Jay says I need dragons. Yes, yes. I think we need to maybe reconsider the red coaster to be the end of the Ninjago rather than the by the jaws, maybe. You're deep enough into Ninjago at this point. Dragons are acquired with a Razor Quest. Now, I don't know who might have said that, but if you are watching this on the replay and you're guessing, then yes, that is Mr. J's Toy Collection UK telling me that I do need that. I think that is the way that goes. What I've done is I've been an absolute twonk. And that bit has to sit back. Because that bit must get pushed on. So these bits, that's now just going to break. Oh, I can't believe I didn't build that right. So after all of this, me building these bigger bits so quickly, I can't take the whole thing apart. So my question to you is, Jay, is do I get the Enterprise of the giveaway or get the Razor Quest? I don't know. That's a serious question as well, because I actually have no idea. Oh, I have absolutely devoured that. I might just throw in the towel on that for today and just figure that out tomorrow. That is an idiotic thing to do. Funny, but idiotic. I don't think I can refigure that out. I might be able to. No, I don't think. I don't think I'm going to be able to refigure that out. Yeah, but will it? Because if it's not going to be in the movie whatsoever, and it's got no, it'd only be a massive regret if he gets back on it at the end of Mandalorian, and then I'd end up crying. Yeah, see, that's what I thought. It would go well with the balls, and obviously have the long cheese behind it. But I don't know, because I just think the giveaway from the Enterprise out the two is possibly more important. But again, I don't know. But what I do know is I think I've dropped a piece that's quite important. Oh, there it is. Got it. We could attempt to try and put this together as we're talking about spending money. Maybe let's just do this steadily. Just got to remember to actually put it together properly. But that clips on to there. So that's the first bit that we're doing. Take all of this off. I don't even know I can take that apart again now. I've got a clue. We've got those bits at the bottom. We've got that bit at the top, which I'm assuming is that bit. Yes, it has to be. It will be in the movie. Yeah, see, this is my massive concern. So all jokes aside, like, if I get it and it's not in the movie and he just carried on forever in the M1, then it is completely pointless because it wasn't in it that long. Granted, it's got my favorite characters in with regards to the end of the original Mandalorian. I think him in his little baby pram is such a sweet little episode. And of course, the character that gets sort of killed off in the second to last episode. So yeah, all the minifigures would be great. But it's not anything to do with the original Star Wars walkthrough that I saw. And I don't know if the Razor Quest is more important than the Enterprise for me, which is a big thing. But also, both of you are 100% right, because I will be having the massive regret of why didn't I get it if it is going to be in the movie. There we go. Well, I'm glad you've cleaned the whole bathroom. I mean, let's be honest, it's probably taken 2 hours out the 2 hours and 18 minutes to tidy up the toilet after Jay devoured it, using me as a toilet break. Dustle Dawn says, I've just realised somebody out there is just chilling knowing they have the most expensive Lego minifigure. Yeah, there's actually some, more than likely, the most expensive. I think one of them is the Batman figure that has actually just recently been sold and somebody else has bought it. So there's minimal ones of those. But I'm glad, good effort. I'm sure it smells a lot nicer than after Jay devoured it. So congratulations to Kiara. I think maybe one day Jay should clean it, so knows the amount of effort that is involved tidying up after Jay. I think that's only a fair thing to do, Jay. I think that's fair. Right, so oh, it goes there. Didn't even see where that bit went. I built it and then just put it down because I was too busy looking at the pink one. That one in the pink joke went over everybody's head and I completely fluffed that up. And now I've lost a flipping yellow curvy piece. No! Oh, why? Why? I do not have one of those spare because I've never seen that piece before. And it's going to stand out like a sore thumb. So where actually is it? It's not attached to it. So where has that gone? Because there are two of them. Oh, they are. Whew. No, breathe. Found it. They're both still attached to the thing, so that's okay. So Jay said, have built the Ninjago toilet yet? No, I don't actually know where. I can't even figure out where the flush mechanism is. It's got to be on this side because, I mean, look at the size of the thing. It's huge. So obviously that's the top bit. You got the bit, and you got this gets taller as well. Don't forget. Then you got all of the smaller. You've got all of the smaller builds. So yeah, it's a big chunk. So I know I'm looking forward to building that because I want to know if it's a proper like flush mechanism or what's going on with it. But let's just figure out. That is. Interesting. 2 white. No, stop falling off. Stop it. Stop. I know you're top heavy and I've done it wrong, but just back it in. Oh, yeah. I think we're going to leave this because I cannot figure this out. I think I'm going to have to strip it all down and do it again because this is really annoying me. Or because I forgot to put this stupid piece in. The whole thing was built perfect. You wouldn't have even known if that bit wasn't in it. But it won't work without it. So I can't really do it, which is a little bit of a shame. So it can't be that difficult to put together, but every time I push it in, all the pieces fall off, which is a standard thing. Shibo, how are we, Shibo? Is everything okay? You've arrived at the time of me just devouring this thing. If I have made a proper schoolboy error with this, I forgot to put the middle piece in, and now I'm trying to be clever, and it's not really working, to be honest. I think I've sort of put all the bits in upside down now and I'm fighting bits that I shouldn't be fighting, and it should just be a lot more simple. Definitely put bits in on the wrong way. That's for sure. Yeah, there's just no way. No way. Fair enough. That's good. As long as Google knows it and it's all safe and sound, that's the main thing. No, that is good. Not actually too sure if this bit that's in the middle is now just making everything a million times worse. If the thing wasn't there, I would have done this about 20 minutes ago. But everything is literally popping off since I added that bit on. And I can't figure out why. I can't figure it out. Because I can't push any. All these pieces just keep falling off. Why? Why? Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll just literally means that all we've achieved is putting on 20 inches of length and a bridge in 2.5 hours. That has got to be a record for the most unproductive live stream build ever. There is no... Oh, hang on. Is that the reason why? Because that bit must go... That's on that side. And the other one is on that side. Hang on. Have we just had a light bulb moment or not? Not 100% sure. I don't think we have. Or have we? Have we? Have we done a thing or not? Those two bits that go on there. That then goes on to the bottom of there. That is that bit. That is that bit. That bit that's too heavy that I pushed the Technic pins in and I can't get back off. But then that bit is the bit that bit sits on. And I've got to push these bits over. Why do it one at a time? Right, I might be swearing in a second because if this keeps falling apart like it is, I might cry. But yeah, you've basically turned up at the time of just complete and utter misery. See, there's another one, and it's gone again. It's got to connect to about 4 or 5 different bits. Right, that side now, for the first time, is solid. So I just do the same thing on this side. That's solid. Actually, might be doing a thing here. Then we've got the bottom flap. I'm gonna add those bits in. There's a door stop. This is the most productive we've been, Shubo, in 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. It's literally like 4 pieces to put together. I don't understand. What bit am I missing? Somewhere that's supposed to clip in. It was in, and I can't. Where does that go? Yeah, no, Shibo, that's exactly where this channel name came from. Exactly that. Because when it goes wrong, it's off by a stud, and then it snowballs into absolute bedlam, and it all goes completely Pete Tong. So you are exactly 100% correct. And that is where Off by a Stud was born. That's fallen off again. Right, that's the clips. That's fallen back off. That's the other clip. And why do we have to put this central piece in? I built this so well. It was solid. That bit there, that bit is there. No. We're doing it though. I have managed to not take it apart and just redo the thing. I have put those two little door stops in the wrong place. And of course, again, we are off by one stud. I was finishing 30 minutes ago, and I've spent the whole half an hour just messing around with this. We've been told that Kiara has cleaned her toilet in the time. We've found that Jay's used the toilet in the time. There it is. That's on. So we are now back to where we were. So we now turn the page. That's the bit that goes over. I hope I haven't put that in backwards. No. That's that. Right, we are about to attach a thing. Wow, that's the easiest one, Jay. So are you getting that variant of him basically naked? Or is he in a pair of Y-fronts? I need your boots. I need your clothes. I need your boots, clothes, and motorcycle. I need your clothes, boots, and motorcycle. It must be clothes, boots, and motorcycle. But yep, that is. They don't make one yet. Ah, just think of the length they'd give him. Right, we are flopping this over here. You need to see me add it to my length, don't you? All right, Shibo, no problem. I am about to do this. And then... wasn't expecting that. So, okay, it moves. I'm supposed to attach a thing by the looks of this. Where's this? Where's my string gone? I attached the string before. Are you asking me to attach the string? Yes, you are. Oh, balls. Okay. Where's my string? There. Oh, that's not very good. I didn't do the knot very well, did I? Oh, you're joking. Oh, the hell is this supposed to do? Oh no. Oh, there's a technique bit. How do you move the wheel? Can't do this backwards. I can't grab the string. Look at this. We're doing a thing. I have 100% broken something on the back of this. Well, that needs to be checked out. Right, so I've got to retie this knot for this hook. No, nor do I. So that's going to be the next thing, because it's on 2 full base plates, isn't it? And obviously you can't build the thing in situ. So I have no idea if this is an absolute dog's ass to try and move or not. Right. double knot this. Jay the fortune teller. Wow. Oh, we know what might be happening. I mean, it would be suitable if this broke as I moved it, because it would go with all of the others. Because so far, the only thing that has survived 100% is the actual workshop. Sounds like it's raining outside already. We are due a lot of rain tomorrow. So, Jay, you're driving around tomorrow. Be careful because there's serious reports out tomorrow. And where does this... Giving it too much length now. I'll retract my device. Where does that clip in? Oh, the ball at the top. Oh, very clever. My carriage fell off. I should just give up. I should just retire from doing this. Oh, I don't know what's more depressing. Oh, this bit's really sturdy. Ping. Never going to find that bit again. Oh dear. Oh well. Well, the bit's still attached to it. I just can't see very well because the light's a little bit bright. That's what I'm gonna. That's my excuse. But this is attached by two studs. I now can't figure. Oh, that's never going to go back in there. Never, never, never. That's supposed to go back up there. That bit's now falling off. That's great. That bit attaches back to there. So yeah, it moves. Two. Well, it's based on a TV show. The show's very disastrous. It is like, oh, come on. I can't be the only person in the world that is not capable of attaching this. Why don't they show you this in the reviews, do they? Hang on. We need to go double-handed. The door off here. I'm not looking. Oh, no. Reinforce this piece. You can hear it, can't you? You can hear every time I put it back in. It's not designed to be done how I am. You're supposed to do this. It's literally touching tips. There. And then that bit is designed to go there. There's got to be a bit that I can just support this with. Because it's not in the instruction booklet, but I am going to put a 1x2 across the back of that to stop that from happening. I'm going to reinforce it. I'm going to do a thing if I can actually find any spare pieces with a 1x2 in. I have, yeah. I have. I've literally just been doing this. Having a nice time, Jay. Having a lovely time doing this. I need a dark grey 1x2. Found a Batman scuba diving minifigure. There we go. I am not pouring these pieces onto the floor. Any chance of one just sort of lying around so I can just slot it in, or anything? Anything at all? For the Republic! Hello, how are we? Well, it's one piece. That's the problem, John. I mean, it's fallen off a million times, but it's just one piece. And I've been trying to stop for the last 40 odd minutes. So I will reinforce it if I can. The Republic is here. If you found my lack of building disturbing in the last live, then this one's even worse. How can I not have a 1x2 plate? I have got every other piece that I do not need. There we go. That'll match. It's black, so we'll be okay. So that clips into there. I've made my own modification to that now. So that bit will go into this bit. It should still fit. Oh, it doesn't fit, does it? You can't put that bit there because the door doesn't fit. Oh, what a waste of time that is. No, 1x2 does not fit. So you have no choice but holding this all up by... I don't think it's actually built correctly, to be honest. I think it's supposed to be built front and back. So John actually might be right on this, because looking at those instruction booklet, I have a funny feeling that it's attached by a couple of different places. And that doesn't make any sense at all, which means these doors are... It's all since I put that bit in the middle. It all matches up at the bottom. See? I think. Does it? I think it does. I think they're in line. So yeah, it's all matched up. But since I put that bit in the middle, nothing has fitted. So I can just spend the next 2 hours tomorrow. I don't understand how it can't be correct. Because it was perfectly fine until it wasn't. I mean, like, what in the earth? How can this not be right? Jay says I'm going to have to get these quotes on a t-shirt. I don't think it's built right. What have you been doing for the last hour and a half? Well, it was built correctly. I mean, where's that bit just come from? I mean, it was built correctly. And I was asking all the way through, where does this piece go? And it was the bit that you lot didn't tell me where it should have gone. And now it's all disintegrating. This is the problem. This stupid thing. Why is this such an issue? That's what it was. That's all it is. It's just wrong. I don't understand. What I'm going to do to make myself feel better is I'm going to make a minifigure. That'd be nice. Let's finish the live stream off with a... Oh, it's the female karate student who I do believe is having an ice cream. There we go. And this is exactly how we're going to finish this off. So we are now there. We've done a thing. Whew. We've done a thing. There it is. Smile. Can you imagine? You know, people do it like in one go for it to be the quickest live stream build ever. I reckon if I was to build that Falcon, we could set a record for the slowest build ever. I would do everything in my possibility not to touch anything. And actually the bit that I concentrated on, which is this bit, is the bit that is wrong. So, well, that's that. Right, guys, I'm glad it was entertaining for you. I will carry on with this on the live stream tomorrow. And we'll just put all this together. I know that I know all these pieces individually are correct, but clearly something isn't quite happy. So, well, the AT-AT is done-ish. Well, the AT-AT is never going to be finished. I mean, John can vouch for me for this. It is the biggest pile of nonsense to try and move ever. So Matthew has gone all the way to the Lego store, bought the Goonies and the donut truck, and come back, and I have done nothing. That proves how slow I've been. So welcome back, Matthew. Hopefully you're good. So yeah, it's been interesting to say the least, this live stream. I know I could attempt for the next 15 minutes just to try and do it and try and get it done in the 3-hour mark, and no matter what, finish at 8 o'clock our time, or just stop now. So I'll let you guys and girls make the decision, because I could try and do a speed build and just try and put the pieces together, because we have built both sides. So I don't know. I don't know if I can physically do it without taking any of the bits apart. It can't be that hard. It's a little cable cart for, I don't know. Got 20,000 points. Nice. This is like backwards speed, literally going in reverse. So, well, I built the Death. I think I built half the Death Star in the time of me just trying to figure out where this piece went. So we might just throw in the towel there and then just try and crack on. There's got to be. I can't figure out what is going on with this bit. It's not that hard. If you want to look for yourself, it's on page 27, 28 of booklet number 3. You can have a look-see for yourself and have a nice time laughing. But because that is 100% accurate. And then that is also 100% accurate, which then has that bit added on and the other bit added on. So if I get it looking semi-ready, I can cheat on the next stream, I think. There's 3 train sets coming out next year. What, train station and stuff to go with it? You have to catch me back up on that on the next one, Matthew. So I'm going to throw in the towel on this because this is just turning into an absolute farce. I've got 5 pieces that I can't figure out how to put it together. I'm currently putting a triangle into a circle thing, you know, the games that they do. So I've had an absolute mare on this. But yeah, if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I'll let you guys go say goodbye to each other. We'll end the poll now. So minifigures won. That was always going to win, wasn't it? Yeah, that was always going to win. So you guys and girls enjoy the rest of your evening. Be careful with the weather tomorrow if you guys and girls are from the UK, because it's going to be vicious. And I will attempt this again tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye. What a moron.